Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back, and chill as we build in Cities Skylines 2. Today, we are continuing with Timber Ridge, and we have a couple issues we need to work out. Let's go ahead and show the info things. We've got, okay, the hearses, that is just one thing. But look at this, we've got some water facility overload. So we are going to, we'll take a look and I'll show you. We do have a little bit of water availability issues, and part of it was, you may recall we had a bit of a flooding issue. I had put a water source in here to make this lake, but it turns out that a lot of that is actually sea level, and so I removed that, and we've got one stream coming in here which will probably feed that. That'll be fine, but in the meantime we do still have a water issue. So what I want to do is we can add some water towers, and I think they will look pretty cool in a few different spots. We can come over here. I want to make sure we don't have water pollution or ground pollution. I mean, we'll get one over in Burridge here. Just put one right there, and that should immediately make a pretty big chunk there, or difference. 10.5 million gallons per month come out of that, so that is pretty good. And then we'll get a small one, I guess, somewhere over here at Pinewood Springs. Can have a small water tower here. And how much does that do? Almost 4 million. So that gets us in a pretty good spot. Output is now well over where it needs to be, so we should not have that info view as an issue anymore. We've got a few buildings that have burned down, which is a little bit of a bummer. This one will just delete. It can respawn. Okay, and then we had a ton of people move out as we were demolishing homes, I think, in downtown to build schools, although I don't feel like we really did that all that much. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. So, I mean, we've got people moving back in, and that also is causing some traffic issues over here. Yeah, Little Kennebec still remains all of the, like, I think what I want to do is figure out, I think it's the street. The game doesn't like the street that I built. So let's come back, and that is probably this one, actually. Yeah. We're going to widen that. Yeah. We'll widen it in the spots that have the issue and just leave it like that. That'll be fine. Just so that we don't have to keep looking at that error. And there's one more here that, you know what, the other thing we can do is use move it. There we go. Okay, so moving them closer, that worked just fine and dandy. Okay, so now more over here. Whatever. We're not going to worry about that. We are instead going to look at this. We've got unemployment is pretty low, but a lot of that is because people are continuing to move in, and you can see, like, we've got people moving out, and then we've got a steady flow of people moving in. But again, we built this highway across the map, and it's not getting a ton of traffic. It gets some, but it's not really the fastest route. They're still choosing the little traffic jam in Burridge. People are coming, actually, that's going the other direction. We have a ton of people having an issue here. Why are we, okay. We're gonna come in and we will set priorities here. Put a stop sign over there. And that should get these guys to be priority here. Like that. That should clear that traffic jam up right away. And of course, there's a traffic accident over here, which is part of it. And yeah, anyway. So we want to see more people move in. And we've got a ton of money. But I think what we'll do in the meantime is maybe come over to unique buildings. Oh, where are they? Parks. Landmarks. What could we get? National Gallery of Art. Maybe a botanic garden. We could fit one of that. Or like we could fit that over here. It would be a really great addition to this park, actually. We're going to put it here. And we're going to turn off road snapping and not have anarchy on. It's going to remove those paths. Okay, we are going to remove the paths, and we will rebuild them in a moment. But if we get this in here, where did that go? Wrong button again. Okay, if we put this here, so that gives us 100 outdoor recreation, which is going to be great. And then we can come back and get our pathways. And we're going to bring that along this way and back behind the garden. And then we can bring another one over here and maybe in here too. So there, we've got a lot of paths in there, and that really is going to add a nice little outdoor recreation thing there. Let's come back in and take a look. Again, we could get a grand hotel, which I would love to have that somewhere around here. Turn on road snapping again. It's too big for a lot of those, but it could fit over here. We could, in fact, put it right next to here. What do we have here? That's already a brewery. Okay, let's go and put this over here. Is that a good spot? Or, yeah. The other option would be over here, but that is an outflow. We have to remember that that is a stream, which is not currently working right. I will have to spend more time on that. But we could get this here. And that looks nice. Unfortunately, for the people who live at 801 Sterling and 793 Sterling, it doesn't really work well for them, but that's okay. And what we'll do here is we will get a pier going. Oh, we can't because we've got this other thing here. Okay, we'll bring this out like this, maybe. Elevation too low here. Just one little pier. Elevation too low. Come on. Yeah. I don't know that I like it. It's not quite the right thing for there. We've got these cruise ships coming through anyway, but let's go ahead and find more things here. We could get this tower over here. That is huge. I don't think that's the right fit. All of these are really big. Fountain Plaza, that would work. So this one costs $2 million to build, and it adds 50 outdoor recreation. And I think it looks pretty cool there. So let's go ahead and connect that with a path. Let's see, can we connect here? We can with Anarchy. Yep, there we go. And then get another one over here. And then this one as well. That one's already connected. There. So that's really going to add to a lot of this stuff here. We've got a lot of 5-star stuff there already. In fact, I bet the land value is absurdly high here. Land value. Yeah. Very nice there. They've got a great view overlooking the ugly industry area. Industry. I don't know why I'm saying it weird. It just is coming out. Okay, this one. What are we complaining about here? These guys are complaining about the ground pollution. Yeah, you've got your level 5 houses right across the street from the paper factory. Not really sure I would choose to live there, but okay. More people are coming in. 10.7% unemployment. We're ready to add more jobs over here. And I want to get more. How many more of the mines do we need? 7 more mines. We might not get there. And we don't need the medical university. We're not going to need that anytime soon. So I think our only industry that we're going to get here is the regular stuff. And if we look at this, the office profit still is not great. So I think we'll continue to add jobs over here with just regular industry. And we've got space to continue just building a grid here. I want that to go like that, and then we'll bring a road in this way. I misclicked. Yeah, I like how this is turning out. And this one can go all the way to that road. And in fact, these can, well, this one should end here, but this one can go all the way through. Although these don't really fit well there. Maybe we'll leave that open get more parking or something there. This is our arterial. We don't want to join that at all. But we can get some more industry out this way. Yeah, I think this road layout is going to work out well. There. That should work. They've got multiple ways of getting in here. We can go ahead and add some industry. And then we'll get another parking lot because the parking lots are really like adding to this area, I think. So like parking lots here and there just to make that be, I feel like a more lower density area. Now we can fit 5,000 households out here in Heron Gate. So I expect to see much more out there. We've got traffic jams in a lot of places. Unfortunately, we don't have many ways to deal with that. How is our airport doing? Let's check the airport routes. So airport, 106% on the Sydneyville route, or Snyderville. Let's go ahead and get a second plane on that. And if we need to, we can upgrade to a larger jet as well. But we've got a lot of passengers coming that way. Not very many on the cruise ships, which is a little bit of a bummer. Tram lines are doing okay. We don't have any train lines, and we don't have any buses either. Cargo ships are doing really well, and that's it. Now, let's take a look at this. We've got an accident there. We've got a ton of traffic coming into town. A lot of it is going this way and then taking this road. And here we have another little bit of priority issues. Also, look at all those people there. I wonder where they're going. We're going to add a stop sign here. So that road can keep flowing nicely. And then this traffic jam is due to a very big accident that was blocking a ton of stuff. Maybe that's why people were taking this other road, because that does not seem like a very efficient route to get over there. But it is what it is. Now, I still don't understand. You're operating down here, and then we added the other one over here. Why are you not doing anything? No vehicles in use. Why are you not... You're not sending anybody out? Is there a problem with your location? You rotate it this way. Why was this not doing anything? That didn't make any change. I'm going to put it back this way because that looked better. But again, we've got nothing. Nothing coming out. Oh, there goes one. Okay, you've got one hearse in use. You should be doing more than that because we have a need here. 6 people have died there and nobody is coming to get them. We have another crematorium. Where was that? It's over this way. It's like right around the corner from them. And again, only 2 hearses in use, so I'm not quite sure what that's about. But it is going to keep going. Now we've got 100,000 people in the area. What is this? Heron Gate is still... It's like it's taking forever. Okay, so the next thing I want to address is that we have unreliable mail service, and I think we can go ahead and work on that. We'll come in here to our mail stuff, and I don't think we have any post office yet. Let's see, mail. No, I don't think we have one yet. So what I want to do is assume that the mail is going to come in from the airport. I mean, like the mail from elsewhere is most likely to come in near the airport or like through the air. And so what I want is I want to get the sorting facility. Yeah, let's go ahead and unlock that. We've got so many development points that we haven't used. We'll unlock that. We'll also get the telecom tower so we can build both of those. But we'll put the sorting facility. Oh, it's so big. And it almost fits over here. Actually, that feels like a bad spot to put it. Maybe we'll put it over here in minor. That also feels like a bad spot. We could redevelop some of this and get it in here. That is a hill there. These are offices over there. Let's put it here, I think. turn off the snapping. And I'm wondering, no, it does still not fit there. We need all of this space. But we can do it. I'm going to take all of this out. That's going to remove a lot of jobs and really transform this area. Okay, so then we come in here with our post sort facility, and I want it here. Yeah, that's going to be a major thing. And then we could come in and we can get a post office over here. It's going to be too big. We'll get a small one for local stuff. We'll get maybe the Japan one in here. Right there. That fits nice. That will deliver some out in here. We're just going to have it be this one area. And we're going to make sure that every district has its own post office. So the harbor district is all of that. Now downtown Lumberton, I think probably should have a full-size one. And the question is, where are we going to fit it? Is it going to have much noise is one of the questions. This doesn't make sense here. I feel like it needs to be somewhere in here. There's north downtown and south downtown. So I guess we need one in each one. Okay, this one, is this a little bit smaller? Yeah. Yeah. No. It's gonna have to go like way over here. Yeah, it doesn't like the road layout there. I guess this will be another thing that we fit in the park. In which case we can get the bigger one. I really don't like putting things in the park though. Okay. We'll just squeeze a small one over here. Just get a little bit of service there, and then we'll come over here to north downtown. And can we fit this bigger one anywhere around here? Here we go. Put it there. And we've actually got some low density homes in there. We'll have to come back to that. And then we need Lumberton. North needs one. We'll get the Lumberton one over in here, and we'll switch to a different style as well. And Aspenfield needs one. They have space that they can get one like right here. And then Pinewood Springs needs a tiny one. Put that over here in their town, or like, there we go. That'll work well. Burridge needs a small one. And we'll fit that over here. And then we need a bigger one over here in Herongate. There we go. Okay, so now each of these we want to come back and we're going to mark these. Okay, this one we're going to combine. And then we'll come over here and grab, not that, this post office here. All right, so that one is set, I believe. Burridge, there we go. Then Pinewood Springs, where did I put that one there? No, up here. I know I built one. Here it is. Pinewood Springs Post Office. More traffic accidents. Wow, look at this. They ended up like way out in the woods. Trailer burned down. Vehicles all the way over there. SUV over there. Wow, that's quite a pileup. And of course, there's just one lane of traffic going that way. So that is a major issue. Now over here, we got one. The police station. Is that set to this area? Yeah, Lumberton North. And we'll come back to post. That'll make it easier. Of course, when you click on stuff like this, you can find where your things are. And we've got it over here. That's right. And then this one here is Lumberton North. There we go. Okay, and then we got one more over in here. I don't think I built one in Lumberton East. Actually, this one technically is within Lumberton East, but we're going to put a small one over here. Wrong button there. Okay, and go like that. There we go. Okay, and then of course Minor Bay needs to get one too. And they can get like a bigger size one. Problem with Minor Bay is that we don't really have like a true designated downtown. It's kind of a strange town, honestly. But I like it. And oh, there's this one too. Little Kennebec. They can have one. So this is all going to like make a huge difference in the postal service. And we'll get this over here. Oh, overlapping. What is overlapping here? Whatever. Okay. So now everybody should be happy about their mail service. Yep. +5 mail. And let's just double check. We have a couple of spots that we could use mailboxes. I'm not going to bother with them too much right now. But let's take a look at Telecom, because that'll be another thing that people are probably complaining about. Yeah, no, actually they're not mentioning it at all. But we will go ahead and get Telecom Tower. What is this one? Modern Telecom Building. Center for Media Broadcasting, Telecommunications, and Remote Cellular Network. Yeah, we'll go ahead and build that. And that seems like something that should be downtown here. It's too big to fit there. And I'll have to have it like on top of the post office, actually. I don't know why, but I kind of like that. I think it looks okay. We're going to make a couple of small changes, though, with the bulldozer, and we want this. We take that fence out, and the tree there, and then this, and over on this side, there. Take that out, too. There we go. I think all of this, I mean, the front could be improved a tiny bit more here, but overall, these buildings came together really nice. So that is going to provide telecom service, and that might make people pretty happy. I'm not sure. Telecom. We're in yellow. It's not terrible, but also not great. Let's see what else we can do. We can get a radio mast. I feel like that should be up on the hill like that. And then how does that improve things? Just a little bit in that one spot. A server farm. Let's go ahead and get the yeah, like look at that. That makes a pretty big difference. Put one over here because you can always squeeze these in kind of by your other services and stuff like that. That actually improves things pretty well. Let's get one more over. Well, I might not like that there. Could get it up on the hill here though. And that will improve it quite a bit. We don't have it in the new town yet, but we've got some here. We don't have it over there. We've got it covering a lot of our area. And that is going to be a pretty big thing here. If we click on that, then we can see a little bit more detail. Reliable internet service, +2 for happiness. So people are happy. That is a key thing. And we do have people are slowly moving in to Herongate. Again, it's taking forever, but it is happening. But anyway, that is where we will leave it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.